Hello, my name is Scott for SP Gaming. We're back here in Fallout 4, and in the last episode we spent some time going down to, of course, the glowing wastes. We got to the crater of Atom. We found Virgil in the rocky cave. He told us that we need to find and kill a courser as part of the hunted mission to travel to the CIT, and that is right down here, not far from the Cambridge Polymer Labs, and yeah, just outside of Boston. What I am going to do right now, I'm not going to jump to that right now. We do have a kidnapping mission to finish off, so I've marked that. I plan to also return back to Diamond City to clear it. No, not that one. Talk to the Bobrov brothers as well as check the detective cases. And then I was going to also head over to Good Neighbor to do the big dig as well as clear out the Good Neighbor warehouses. So that's my goal right now. What I'm going to do is, of course, take care of that first. And probably in this direction. And there he is.
I don't know how to thank you for that rescue you pulled off.
Nope. Are you glad you decided to support the Minutemen?
You're welcome.
It's good to know we can count on the Minutemen when we need them.
Alright.
You
Now,
better keep your mouth shut about this place. Can't trust anyone.
yeah, Marcy. Well, we are very close to a level up. Anyway, let's head down to Diamond City. Diamond City Market. Alright, so before I continue, actually, I didn't get a chance to read it previously, but we do have View from the Vault Part 1. I'm going to read these. View from the Vault Part 1 by Harper Wright. Whenever I take a walk through Diamond City, there are so many things people tell me to be grateful for. Purified water, working lights, electricity, security. True, what we have would have been unthinkable even a few decades ago, but it's easy to forget that even after all the progress we have made, we are still living in the shadow of the world that was before. A world before the threat of radiation, before the super mutant and the feral ghoul and the synth. So as fortune often has it, I crossed paths with Red, Vault Dweller, a person who is experiencing the Commonwealth for the first time. What would his fresh set of eyes say about how far we've come? Is Diamond City the great green jewel we have always claimed it to be? Before we begin to answer that question, we have to know who Red is, where he comes from. To my surprise, he did not have much to say about his life in the vault at all, because he spent all that time staring at a piece of frozen glass every day for over 2 centuries. That's right, Red isn't just a vault dweller. He's an original vault dweller. He spent his entire time on the inside cryogenically suspended. Continued in part 2. Don't bother. View from the Vault, Part 2. So what does Red have to say about seeing Diamond City for the first time? You're all living in rusty shacks, killing each other, and oh my god, the smell. Painful words. So much of civilization was lost when the bombs fell, and we have rebuilt without the comfort and security of the old vaults. However arrogant and privileged Red's statement seems, we have to remember where he came from and what we must look like to him. Perhaps all this anger is really just to cover up what he's lost. You see, Red has a son, Sean, and even though they were in the relative safety of a vault, someone broke in and took Sean from his parent. And that parent is now risking everything, wandering through this strange and unfriendly world of ours in order to save Sean from his kidnappers. We all know the rumors and whispers that surround every missing person in Diamond City. The guilty looks we pass to mourning family members as we thank the wall that this time it wasn't us. You can end up dead in the Commonwealth for a million reasons. Why spend our time worrying about kidnappings? Why indeed? And View from the Vault, Part 3. Part 3 by Piper Wright. It's easy for us to be cynical about the missing. We have spent so long knowing the Institute is out there, but knowing so little about them. They are not the only ones responsible for kidnappings, but the fact that they sometimes are, and the fact that we have been so powerless to stop them when they do, causes us to treat all victims of kidnappings as if they are a lost cause. But the people left behind, those loved ones, friends, and neighbors who may never see the faces of those taken from them again, they do not have the luxury of being able to just look away. They have to carry that loss with them, even if everyone else tells them to move on and forget. I asked Red to make a statement to Diamond City, to give us an outsider's perspective on what it means to lose a loved one and how he feels. Maybe in some way it's how we all should feel. Maybe we've forgotten what the right human response to these tragedies are. You can only take it one day at a time, he said. Just keep going. That's all anyone can do. The end. Alright. And, have I checked out this Pillars of... Do you feel your life isn't what you wanted? Are you looking for a change? Come here, Brother Thomas, explain the truth behind our troubled world at the Charles View Amphitheater in the Back Bay. Revival meetings every night. All those seeking to change their lives for the better are welcome. And I picked that up when I went to save Jack Cabot's sister who had run off with the preacher. And yeah, I don't know if I actually read that in that episode or a later episode, but I just wanted to take care of any of these loose threads. And yeah, there's the pipe bolt pistol at MedTech. And I'm going to talk to the Bob brothers at the Dugout Inn.
Oh, here we go.
Quiet, you. All right, you. Tell me, Diamond City Radio is terrible, yes? Makes you want to cut your own ears off.
Yes, indeed. So what's the issue? I don't think I noticed. It's not that bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So, what's the issue?
Have you not listened? This DJ Travis, he is terrible. Makes me want to go back in time and prevent radio from ever being invented.
Damn.
It's true. Don't listen to my brother. Someone needs to get rid of him. We need a new DJ for the radio. I don't think many would notice if he, you know, disappeared.
Are you serious? I guess that'd be one way to handle it. That's a horrible idea. Sounds good to me.
Are you serious?
Did we not just agree this is serious problem? Calls for serious solution. First, you get him to follow you out of town.
If this is a joke,
That's
you're
enough.
one sick
Edim
puppy,
isn't
buddy.
serious. He doesn't really want to kill Travis.
Okay. Yeah, about that. Okay, what's really going on here?
Okay, what's really going on here?
Sorry, we was just joking around a bit.
It's true. Only jokes. Travis is a good friend. Yefim and I worry about him.
Well, Travis, he means well, but he does not have the confidence he needs for that job, or anything else, really. And so he's always awkward. He does not believe in himself, you see? He expects he will fail at everything, and so he does.
Okay. So are you actually trying to do something about it? Something like that could be tough to change. The guy's probably a lost cause.
So, are you actually trying to do something about it?
I tell Yefim that I have planned. He does not believe. You and I work on plan. Go on, spoil sport. Go back to working. We will figure out how to help Travis. Come, you. Meet me in back room. We discuss plan.
Okay. Started. Confidence man.
You keep that synth freak at arm's length. You understand me?
Hey, you're that vault dweller from the paper.
Yeah.
Hi there. You can order drinks and food here.
Okay.
Would you like some Danny K? I sure thought so.
All right. Yeah, Vanim.
Okay, let us get down to brass tacks. I am glad you are willing to help. Unlike my deadbeat brother. Travis is a good guy. He deserves better life.
So, what did you have in mind? I'm gonna need some more. Gonna need some more in the way of details. Just waiting to hear your idea. Haven't agreed to anything yet. Let's not go back.
So, what did you have in mind? I'm gonna need some more in the way of details.
Ever been in bar fight?
What does that have to do with
What does
anything?
that have to do with anything?
Yeah, out with it, Vadim.
I ask because I want you to help Travis win his first bar fight. Think you can do that? I want to stage fight here in Dugout. Nothing too serious. We make sure Travis wins and feels good about himself after. I want you to be there to help make it look real. What do you think? Sound good to you?
How would something like that even work?
How would something like that even work?
It makes sense, I promise. I have contacts, people I can count on. Real tough looking, but they will take a dive for money. They confront Travis here at Dugout. You step in and give him push he needs to stand up to them. Then you and Travis take them down. Nothing gets too rough, and Travis is something he can feel good about. Simple, right?
If the goons are getting paid to fight, I want some too.
If the goons are getting paid to fight, I want some too.
All right, fine. You get cut as well.
Nice.
100 cops.
I thought Travis
I
was.
thought
your
Travis
friend.
was your friend. Isn't he worth more than that?
Do not think I miss your attempt to manipulate me. Fine. 200 cops.
Can we push it?
Why involve me in this?
You have seen Travis, yes? He cannot fight alone. Not even fake one. He needs help. You can help him. I have everything ready by 6 o'clock. Travis should be here by then. You show up and it will go well. Promise.
All right. Meet Travis in the Dugout Inn after 6 p.m. Okay, what time is it right now? It is 4:51 a.m. All right. Well, Nick.
Hey,
I'm listening. There's something bothering you?
Your thoughts?
your thoughts?
We'll make something out of the Commonwealth yet.
Number 4.
Is everything all right between us?
Hard to say. You know, some folks are just out for themselves. Some want to help those in need. Jury's still out which camp you're in.
Really? I saved your butt and, okay.
I mean, something must have happened.
Yeah.
That's all for now.
Got it.
Alright, so we are going to want to come back here at, what was it, 6 p.m.? Alright, well, we have a bit of time. So what I'm going to do is check out the detective cases. Since we have, of course, a mission.
Hanging out with Valentine, huh? Well, good for you. Mickey's good people. You know what I mean.
Yep, I know what you mean. And...
Nick's not the type to turn someone away, but he's only one person. So sometimes things just pile up.
Ellie?
We're open for business again. Thanks so much for all your help.
Alright, well... Marty Bullfinch case file.
The Marty Bullfinch case. Marty was Nick's partner. Emphasis on the was. He must have been some kind of desperate to come to us for help after all this time.
Well, Marty and I never exactly saw eye to eye. Mostly because he was usually passed out on the barroom floor.
Aw, come on, Nick. Think of the good times.
What, when he quit?
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Robco Fun.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Includes the Zeta Invaders holotape game.
Not enough folks value keeping the old CPU sharp anymore.
Oh. We have the Earl Sterling case file. Let's check that out as well. Case. Earl Sterling's disappearance. Client. Vadim Bobrov. Another disappearing act to unravel Earl Sterling. 25-year-old bartender at the Dugout Inn. One of the owners, Vadim Bobrov, noticed that Earl hadn't been into work for a few days. Security was called in. No investigation, of course. The Institute took him is the unofficial word around town. Like always. Vadim came into my office half drunk with a sob story about how he and Earl went way back and that he just can't believe that Earl would get snatched up by the boogeyman. My gut says he's right. Earl didn't have any enemies, at least none with motive enough to kill the guy. Not living with anyone either, so I'll have to see if Vadim or someone else at the Dugout has his keys. I'd rather not have to explain to security why I was picking the lock on Earl's door if I slip up and get caught in the act. Alright.
The Earl Sterling case. Apparently Earl just up and disappeared one day. No one's seen him since.
I've been meaning to put Earl's case to bed for a while now. Glad you're up for it. So, what's your take on the case, Ellie?
On Earl? Well, he didn't have any enemies, that's for sure. Someone would have to notice you're alive first.
And Earl didn't exactly have the charisma to inspire any crimes of passion. So what's that leave us?
I don't know, Nick. It can't be the Institute, right?
I guess we'll just have to see.
Alright, well.
No. Oh, I always got the sense Earl was interested in me. Figures he'd be the one to run off.
Okay, well. So we got two disappearing act. Wait a minute. Miscellaneous. Earl Sterling case notes. Okay, yep, that's that. Marty Bullfinch holotape. Let's listen to that.
Dickie, you old bucket of bolts, it's Marty. I know it's been a while, but I came across a little mystery I thought might get your circuits firing. You remember that ugly grasshopper statue on top of Faneuil Hall? Turns out it's got a note in it. A note written by the son of one Shem Droud. I don't expect that name means anything to you, but the guy was a coppersmith. Way back when folks did shit like that. Apparently, this note leads straight to the old guy's stash. I don't know what's in it, but I'd sure like to know if it's still there. I'm gonna go do a little recon on the hall. If you decide you want to get the team back together, you let me know.
The Gilded Grasshopper. Find the Gilded Grasshopper. Alright.
Dickie, you old...
Okay, so that is two of them. This one and this one. It is currently 5:50 in the morning. So, where is this roughly? Faneuil Hall. Actually, I think I know that where that is. I think that is near the it was along the Freedom Trail I came across it. And Disappearing Act. Optional, obtain the key to Earl Sterling's house. Search Earl Sterling's house for clues. And that's here in... Okay. So we might as well do the mission, or the case for Earl Sterling. We're going to want to get the... Come on! We're going to want to get the key from whoever it is. Science Center. You know, I should go in there. Earl Sterling's house. Alright. Let's see if we can get the key.
No one knew Earl better than these folks. Ought to ask around, see what people know.
Come, come, have a drink. I didn't buy bar to sell water.
They didn't really bother anyone.
Earl Sterling used to work here, right?
Poor Earl. Gone just like that. Such a good bartender. Good friend. Oh, Terrible with women, mind you. Bull in china shop with them. You with
Okay.
Valentine's detective agency? I forgot to drop off Earl's key when I hired you people. Here, I hope you find out what happened. Security does nothing but yell at me for asking about it. Now let me pour you a drink. Come on.
All right. Well,
Not now.
Fine, fine.
hey, I'm looking into your case, so
You ever know anyone that's been taken?
Thank the wall? No.
What do they do with them? Where do they take them?
all right. Let's head on in.
I'll start in here. Why don't you check out the living room? Must be some hint where that boy ran off to. You know, for all the talk, I'd put the chances of this being an Institute snatch job somewhere between 0 and none. Just think about it. Earl Sterling, local assistant bartender? Why not nab the bartender himself? Lord knows Vadim samples his own wares enough that some weird behavior wouldn't make anyone bat an eyelash.
Okay. Surgery receipt. Mega Surgery Center. Dr. Crocker, resident surgeon. 1 reconstruction surgery facial procedure to be performed upon clearance of final installment payment. Patient Earl Sterling.
Inside, you got, just a bunch of junk in here.
Okay. Is there anything else? Probably not, but we might as well check anyway. Yeah, let's not grab anything. Alright, where is the next part of this disappearing act? Investigate the Mega Surgery Center. That is where? That's here in Diamond City, alright. Local map. Okay, it's right there. Solomon's house. Home plate. Thinking, yeah, Mega Surgery, okay.
No funny business.
That is right here.
Doctor?
New patient. A new file to open. Do you have a legitimate medical concern? Or is this about our facial reconstructive services?
Do you know anything about this
Do
receipt?
you know anything about this receipt?
Let me see. This is Dr. Crocker's deplorable handwriting, all right. Looks like Earl Sterling was one of his patients. The procedure noted here is mundane. Low-risk cosmetic work. Dr. Crocker never performed it, however. Said Earl vanished before he paid. Now, I must insist we talk about your medical needs.
Where is Doc Crocker?
Where is Doc Crocker?
Last time I saw him, he had to get something out of the surgery cellar. Probably just had to wash some needles or move some storage around. Anyway, we should get back to your immediate medical requirements.
I need to...
I need to get into the cellar, Doctor.
What does this look like? A public outhouse? You know what? Don't answer. Why on earth would I let you down there?
Look, I need to get down there. Now, are you going to help me or not? I'm investigating a missing person, Doctor.
I'm investigating a missing person, Doctor. And I think the trail leads to your basement.
A missing person? You're talking about Earl, aren't you? You can't honestly think... You know what? Fine. If it'll put the matter to rest. Here, go see for yourself. But if I find one instrument out of place, you'll be getting the bill.
All right, well, so where do we go now? Tracks of blood.
Where'd all this blood come from? It goes right into the basement.
Huh. Alright.
Earl. You've really been a handful, you know. But I think we're just about done. Our little mistake is finally going to be corrected. Oh, naughty, naughty. You're not supposed to be down here, but that's okay. I can fix that. I can fix anything.
Really? What did you do to Earl Sterling?
What did you do to Earl Sterling, Doctor?
What did I do? I didn't do anything. It was Earl. It was Earl who didn't want to be happy. Good patients get a nice, new face. Bad patients bleed all over the floor because they want to screw up their surgeon's life.
So you're performing surgery and Earl didn't make it, is that it? I was gonna say hi to Earl for me. You made a mistake, but you can still do the right thing, Doctor. Just think this through. You've killed a man, Doctor. You're gonna pay for it. Put down the gun and come with me.
Just one more...
You made a mistake, but you can still do the right thing, Doctor. Just think this through.
Drop the weapon, Doc. Haven't enough people suffered today?
You're right. There's one thing I can do. Only one thing.
Let me guess,
is going
he's
to
gonna
make
shoot
this all
himself.
better. I can fix anything.
All right.
What's going on here? Is that Dr. Crocker?
Hey, let me ask you something.
Is something wrong?
Well, I sort of had the same question. It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
You're doing this right now. I don't know, Nick. My family's in tatters. I've been dropped into this place. Doesn't really matter. I'm here now. Just got to deal with that.
Doesn't really matter. I'm here now. I've just got to deal with that.
Good attitude to have. Not the way I felt. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Massacre of the CPG, what's that?
Massacre of the CPG? What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own. A synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently some gentleman type shows up in Diamond City, heads down to Power Noodles. Guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks enjoying theirs. When security finally put enough holes in him to drop him, they say he was full of servos and sprockets, just like yours truly. Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them. Considering what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front gate at all.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
All right. Would you stay in a place where you clearly weren't wanted? Took down 4 guys.
You took down 4 guys by yourself?
Well, I didn't have to.
Seriously, Nick, why do we
Back
have to
then,
have this
synths
conversation
were even
now?
more of an unknown quantity than they are today. I told them I was rigged to explode and started going beep, beep, beep. Hardest part of that rescue was keeping from laughing as they climbed over each other to get away.
Was it hard settling in?
Yeah, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
I think you owe me an explanation. What happened here?
Did you know what Doc Crocker was doing down here? Take a look around for yourself. You'll figure it out. You owe me an explanation, Doctor. Your partner was cutting Earl Sterling into little pieces. Doc Crocker killed Earl Sterling. I found out, and then he killed himself. Guess he couldn't handle the guilt.
Doc Crocker killed Earl Sterling. I found out, and then he killed himself. Guess he couldn't handle the guilt.
Dr. Crocker killed Earl? The facial reconstruction. So he really did go through with it. That explains a lot more than I'm comfortable with. Dr. Crocker always cared about his reputation, but this isn't human.
Yes, indeed. What are you going to do now, Doctor? Well, it's over. That's it. That's that. Let this happen, Doctor. You could have stopped this. You didn't know. It's...
What are you going to do now, Doctor?
Now, I have a report to file, a mess to clean up, and a lot of explanations to give to our patients. You should get going. A medical professional should be the one to handle all this contamination.
Okay, well...
We'll be taking that.
Yep. Part of the fee. Yep. Yeah, all this is... Wow. Here's the thing.
We can't blame ourselves. That man decided to die.
Did the doctor not see this big blood stain? Alright, so... Disappearing Act. Talk to Ellie. Alright.
Care My Care cares about you. All your medicinal needs.
Win the game. Buy a swatter.
And what time is it right now? 10:40 a.m. Alright. Let's talk to Ellie.
I guess we ought to give her the news.
So, you two find out where Earl Sterling ran off to?
Yep. Why was I looking for Earl Sterling again? Earl's not doing a lot of running anymore. Being chopped to bits by Crocker. Still got some things I'm trying to wrap up. Earl never went anywhere. Yep.
Earl never went anywhere. Doc Crocker killed him during a botched surgery.
Crocker killed Earl? Gone as long as he was, I figured maybe Raiders or the Institute, but Crocker? Where's the doc now? Rotting in a cell, I hope.
He's rotting somewhere.
Crocker killed himself. He couldn't take the guilt.
Goodness. I'm sorry you two had to go through that. Here, take this. Sounds like you earned it. I'll send word along. Let everyone down at the dugout inn know what happened. Shame it couldn't be better news. Thanks again for closing this one out.
Nice. 194 caps. The Disappearing Act.
Heads up.
I'll see what I can do.
Nick.
Something up?
Your thoughts.
Your thoughts?
Should we get a move on?
Yep,
Just wanted to check in. See how you feel things are going between us.
I've been thinking about that myself. I suppose we're okay. I feel like we could be doing more for folks out here, but otherwise, we're all right.
Well, we are just getting going, so...
That's all for now.
Sure, sure.
Now, at this point, we might as well head out, but I think I might be taking a break here. Yeah, we are going to want to meet Travis. What time is it right now? It is 11:20 a.m. Do we have anything else here? Find the Gilded Grasshopper. That's all the way over there. That's actually pretty close to Good Neighbor, so when we head over to Good Neighbor, I think I'm going to check that out. But do we have anything else in... clear out the Good Neighbor warehouses? No. We don't have much else. Wonder what that is going to... The Old Gullet Sinkhole. Huh. Okay. And we are going to want to talk to Jack Cabot, but I think he wants me to go back to the Parsons Insane Asylum, so no, not for a while. Where is MedTech Research? Oh. That's right up there. You know what? We might spend some time up near Malden. But the Old Gullet is near... Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we might head up there eventually, but that is not going to be now. Anyway, at this point, I'd like to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott for SB Gaming, and as always, have a good day.